Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Why? Why? Just why? Seemed like a good idea at the time. So, let's talk about the RX-8, shall we? The RX-8 is, I don't know, it's hated by some, maybe even myself. I think it's ugly as sin. I picked the car up for $1,500 because I didn't want an RX-8 and I didn't want a rotary. No, I wanted all of this. The oil coolers was like a gift, a bonus. It's just like, ooh, look, dual oil coolers. Neat. So, here I get an entire front suspension assembly, cross member, electric steering rack, because that's something I need for the build. Rear end, an entire rear independent rear suspension, differential that has, an LSD and 444 gears, disc brakes that has aftermarket support, as well as aftermarket support for the front disc brakes. Gives me a brake booster, a brake master. I'll take the pedal as well. It gives me the electric gas pedal, and it gives me a hydraulic clutch pedal, which is something I need for the build, since the 1973 Volvo I'm putting all of this into, is a cable, and that does not work with the Honda S2000, the F20C that I'm installing it. Like, this is really modular. Like, it's pretty useful. A cool factor about this, which I'll definitely incorporate into the build, is this cross member for the rear differential. So the differential, the center member there, just kind of supports at the back, and then it's suspended all the way to the front where it's actually physically attached to the transmission. The RX-8 has no transmission cross member that goes across on the body. No, the entire engine, transmission, this center member or whatever it is, and the differential is all floating between each other. It lines up the drive shaft, probably takes care of some torque issues, and has a bunch of benefits, so I will incorporate that into the build. It's kind of neat. My big issue, of course, is these coilover shocks that carry the weight. The RX-8 has strut towers, and the Volvo does not. I'm either going to go cantilever suspension or figure out some other way to carry the load on the front. It will be cantilever suspension on the rear, or I might just, cut out that thing and figure out how to get that and the wheel well into the build. Same thing on the rear. I'll install a vacuum as well, because those are cool, where I will basically just take the frame member and this aspect here and throw that in there as well. But that's, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not throwing the car away yet. Still have some more stuff to take off of it. But yeah, that is the RX-8. I don't know, I think the RX-8, for all the hate that the rotary gets, because, those apex seals, they are a pretty cool unit. They do some pretty badass stuff, and the suspension is really well engineered. I kind of on purpose chose the RX-8 because of the suspension aspect. There's a lot of adjustment for camber, caster, toe, and just the fact that it is A-arms, that tickles me, because I don't know, I kind of hate strut suspension. That's just me though. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm gonna keep going with this build, gonna have some fun. Check it out. Cheers.